Hello, nerds, and welcome to 4Nerds Gaming. You're on with Happy Bandit.
Qeelin.
And today, we're going to build a computer. Laura the Great came to me a while back and said, hey, build us a gaming computer. And I said, oh, twist my arm. Okay. And so, spent a lot of time researching and figuring out what parts I really wanted. And I won't get into why I bought each specific thing. Just assume that it's because it was on sale.
Right.
I mean, it could have gone any number of ways with most of these things, but hit a lot of good sales. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back and just sort of go over an overview of what everything is here, just so you know what all the parts are, and I'll try to remember to put a list down in the description if you're interested, and so we'll do that, and then just sort of go step by step through this and build a computer. Have some fun.
Awesome.
All right. Let's go.
All right.
All right. First up here is some Patriot Patriot Viper Xtreme 8 gig RAM 2x4. It was on sale. We got two. So 16 gigs. That should be plenty. Next up is the Western Digital Blue 1 terabyte hard disk drive, mechanical drive. Yeah, there it is. Terabyte hard drive. Well, I mean, there's not much lot to say about it. Haven't even taken out of the anti-static bag yet, so that's how you know it's fresh. Complementing the Western Digital Blue is the Samsung 840 Evo 120 gigabyte SSD, and here it's supposed to make the computer really fast on boot up. So looking forward to that. Nothing fancy here, just a DVD CD writer. I think it's made by Lite-On. It was on sale. Got the Thermaltake Water 2.0 Pro CPU cooler. It's a closed liquid cooler. I think that's what they call a CLC. Closed loop cooler, something like that. It keeps the CPU cool. And I went with a liquid one like this over a fan because of all that RAM. The fan's stuck over into the RAM slots and it wouldn't fit because it's a high profile RAM. So got this nice small point of contact on the CPU and it'll do the trick. Corsair CX750M power supply, 750 watts, semi-modular. Get all the power I need with fewer cables without extra cables or something. It makes the computer turn on. Gigabyte GeForce GTX 770. This video card, it should be really awesome. It's got, I'll show more when we put it in, but it's got a thing called wind force to cool it. And it's got 3 fans on it. Should be awesome. I think it comes overclocked too, so that's pretty sweet. That'll help for all the things that we will do. The ASRock 780 or Z87, Xtreme 4 motherboard. It's full featured. Should have everything I could want if I ever decide to add any upgrades, and it's got everything I want now, plus things I don't know I may need later, so should be pretty great. And then of course the brain behind it all, the Intel i7-4770K CPU processor, computer processing unit. So yeah, you got this giant box and this itty bitty little chip up there. It's got the big stock heatsink in there, but we're not going to use that because we got the other. And last but not least, this is the Enermax Ostrog case. It's possible those names go the other way around. I really don't know. Once again, it was on sale. But it's got USB 3.0 in the front, mic and headphone jacks, and it's got the great stuff there. Looks like it's have plenty of room for fans, and should do the trick just fine. All right, well, that's all the parts, so let's build this thing. Okay, we're going to start with probably the most nerve-wracking part of this, seating the CPU. So Little bit of a discharge there just to make sure. Okay. There. Please don't remove unless you want to install CPU. Put this cap back after removing. Oh, after removing. Okay. So. Okay.
Ooh.
Now, the ever tricky part of making sure that it goes in the right way. I was told there would be arrows. I see an arrow there. Is that the arrow that it... Going like that? Why you know be more clear? Oh, really? There we go. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's an arrow there. Appears to be... Okay, hold on. Look, quick installation guide. Just want to double check.
So CPU. Arrow is this corner.
Yep. All right. Quick click there. All those pins look nice. And... Oh, I see the little notches there.
Oh yeah, there's no way. It's idiot proof. You're lucky.
Well, heck. That wasn't so bad at all, was it? Okay, now... Oop. Get that in. Apply the proper amount of pressure. Okay, hold on. Do I pull this off or does it pop off on its own? Here, we'll just do that. Oh, golly.
It went dead contact.
All right. Well, that was easy enough. So, all right.
Got your big fat thumbprint on top of it.
What? Oh, no. Okay. We'll deal with that in a little bit. Okay. Heatsink. This is the confusing part because it has so many different sockets. You got to try and figure out. Now, is this the stick that composed back plate? Yeah. Okay. All right. So this is the back plate, and these are the grommets. Okay, so we need, it's an 1150 socket. They didn't put 1150 on any of these, but 1155 is supposed to be the same thing. So, where are you? Okay. All right, you know what? We're going to take a break real quick so I can make sure I'm doing this right. So, we'll be right back. So, Thermaltake, I cannot do a full review on the performance of your product yet, but your mounting system is bad and you should feel bad. I had to go look online because these things don't line up right. We had to modify the mounting brace to get it to go in on the back here. So, how are we gonna?
It's like this.
Yeah. So that one's in pretty firm. So.
Let me just do it like this.
Okay. Come on, Qeelin. I'm getting that beard in there. Okay.
Hang on, let me move the edge here so I can scoot it. There we go.
All right. Okay. Very, very good. So this is the first PC I've built from scratch. Pretty much ever. I did, when I was in high school, have a tech class where turning the wrong thing around, where one of the stations was to, build a computer. But this is the first time I've actually gone and researched and found the parts and all that good stuff. But I've installed lots of components. But what about you?
This is a first for me for as far as this modern type of technology. But I've created a couple. I wouldn't say created from scratch completely. I don't think I've ever done it totally like you're doing now. Putting everything on the motherboard. I've only bought like the crappy desktop we have right now. I have replaced the motherboard and processor and power supply and upgraded the memory and all that stuff. I haven't actually, but I started with a computer already built and I just replaced components here and there as I upgraded. Yeah, this has got to be first for me too.
Okay, that looks a little more better.
I gotta say, I'm glad that this cooler has got the thermal paste pre-applied.
Me too.
Because I've done a little bit of that in the past, and it is not fun or easy. You gotta squirt the paste on there and slowly.
Well, I don't want to put that all the way in yet, but I just want to make sure it's in there firm. Okay, well there we go. We'll mount the cooler here in a little bit. Let me go ahead and put the RAM in. So, and I don't have to look up which channels it goes in because I got 4. Now, I could not believe the weight of these things. Good gosh, look how thick that is. That is some heavy duty RAM there. And the nice thing about this is I don't even have to think twice about how to put this in. This is easy. Boom, 1.
$8 gigs.
Come on, kids, count along. Can you count by 4s?
About 8s. So these are 4 each?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought they were 8 each.
No. Oh man, I wish.
Yeah, I thought you had 6.
I would never have to buy
32.
RAM again. I say that, but watching 10 years and they say that for gaming, which a lot of what this computer will be used for is gaming. For gaming, I say right now 8 is all you need.
8 is enough.
8 is enough, if you will. Yeah. Wow, we're dating ourselves there, aren't we? But with all the we'll also be using this to edit videos and whatnot. And so I figure, 1, it was on sale. No reason to pass that up.
Tell you something, a little cautionary tale here. Make sure your RAM's always fully seated because I burned an entire chip out one time.
Oof.
It was just partially in, and it caused an arc and burned that chip out.
But you can see how high this RAM sits, and that's why I don't know if you've seen those fans. Those fans are about that big. I don't know if you can see it, but I mean they go all the way across there, and then they have a fan that sticks out about like that. So it would be covering up these 2 slots here anyway. So that's why I went with this. So
and it's also more efficient anyway. If you want to overclock later, you'll have a lot more cooling power. Keep that processor nice and cool.
Yep. Yeah, I went ahead and got the unlocked chip and motherboard. I've never done overclocking. I don't know that I really intend to, but it's nice to have the option.
Right.
So, okay, well, let's get this bad boy out. And yeah, if you want to pull that over for a second. This is exciting.
Just something I want to point out that Happy Bandit pointed out to me a minute ago. This has got onboard power and reset switches, so you can do exactly what we're doing. You can build this thing out of the case and power it up and test everything before you put it in them. I just love that. It's so genius. Just
to make sure that, because, man, you may hear me break down and start crying if this thing all gets put together and I push the button and nothing happens. But anyway, so hey, bonus unboxing of a Gigabyte 770. Wow, holy cow. Ugh. Let's see what all we got in here. We got power cables. Molex to there's the power cables. Sorry. Molex to 4-pin, 6-pin, 6-pin. I don't know, whatever. Power cable.
I don't think there's Molex in this whole build, is there?
I don't know.
That's old school.
Yeah, it is, but it's handy to have. All right, let's take this guy out.
Oh, that is shiny.
Look at that. The wind force. Got 3 fans on it.
Were you telling me about the fans? They do something special?
That was actually a different model.
Oh, it's a different model?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But look at those. The heat sinks on there.
Yeah.
And so, and this, like I said, this thing comes overclocked, and that'll be nice. So let's, we'll put this guy in, then hook up the power supply and see if it works. Hopefully I'm not forgetting anything here. Okay. Ugh. Big boy.
We'll put that notch in back first. This clip goes in there. Hooks underneath.
Ah.
Yeah. There you go.
Look at you.
Straighten
Learning me. Oh, we gotta go off the edge of the box here. There we go. That all?
It's seated.
That all in there?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Look at that bad mamma jamma. The PC that we're using for all our recording and editing and stuff right now, it's got a 650 in it, a GTX 650. What do you think? It's half this size?
Yeah, it's probably right.
I mean, it's... Man, it's crazy. All right, well, so I'm going to break out the power supply, and we'll plug everything up here, and we'll give it a test boot. So we'll be back in a sec. So Mr. Qeelin saved me from possible catastrophic failure by reminding me, before we hook up the power supply, how about we put the CPU cooler on? So it's going to mount like so. Oh, okay.
Let's get down
here. See that?
There we go.
Yeah, it's going to mount like so. So I guess it's going to come around like that. Does that seem kosher?
To me.
Okay. Got that pre-applied thermal paste on it. So
It looks better than the one that came with it.
yeah.
Compare the two here.
Yeah, let's. We're grabbing the stock Intel heatsink. Oh, I guess the microphone's down there. Sorry.
Yeah, look at the paste here. I mean, I'm sure when you smash it down, it's going to spread. But look at the coverage of that basis compared to that.
Yeah.
And this heatsink is just, in my opinion, weak sauce. It's tiny. It's just barely sufficient. I mean, any kind of major processing, you're going to have problems with that, I think.
All right. Well, let's get this in here. Come on now. And twist to lock. Why is it not?
You're committed now.
Yeah. It's not locking in like I would like.
Yeah, hold that.
Hold that. Let me try loosening these a bit. There we go. And then snug but not tight is the line I hear.
Yeah, if you ever take off a heatsink and reapply a new one, make sure and clean off the thermal paste really well from the processor and the back of the heatsink and reapply new stuff. That's the bond between the thermal bond between your processor and your cooler. All that heat's going to transfer through that paste. And if it's not consistent across the top of the processor, same thickness, not too thick, just real thin, even layer, then it's going to cause hot spots on your processor. Will cause it to go out way sooner than it should. There it goes. Applying that stuff by hand is a pain in the butt.
And do your research on it if you're gonna do it. I'm so glad that I didn't have to do it myself, because there's so many different schools of thought on the best way to do it. The one kind of standard thing I heard about thermal paste is you only want about, I said, between a grain of rice and a pea size amount of paste on there.
Well, a lot of them come with a little. When you buy the paste itself, it comes with a little tube of paste, and it comes with a little credit card shaped thing to spread it with. And you can put a thin layer across it, and then evenly spread it across the whole processor in a real thin, almost translucent thin layer. Just, it's in there.
That's secure.
And this is going to mount.
That'll mount up at the top. Keep it all nice and cool. All right, now we're going to get some power to this thing, so we'll be right back. All right, well, everything's hooked up. We got all the power supply into the video card, board, the CPU. That's really all we plugged in so far. No need to plug in the SATA power yet. Man, I'm nervous about this. It's very, very nerve-wracking. But all right, well, let's do a test boot to see what happens here.
Okay, I'll turn the power supply on.
Power supply on. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Ground real quick. Here we go. Yeah.
There's the monitor came on.
Did it? Get a splash screen?
Ooh, I like that.
Oh, yes. There is the BIOS. Oh, man. You have no idea how this feels right now. You hear the water running through there.
All your fans are running.
Everything's running fine. Seems to be. So I gotta take a quick picture if my freaking phone will. Okay, well, we're going to what's it say? AB?
A6.
Oh, A6.
I was gonna look and see what that. Dr. Debug is what that's called.
Dr. Debug.
Dr. Debug.
A6 better say all's running fine.
Yeah, that's what I want to look up.
Man, this thing's pumping out air.
Oh yeah,
which is good.
Dual fans, push pull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be nice.
It should run ice cold.
Sure hope so. Look at that! Get details via QR code. That is sweet. That, yeah, oh, good. It's seeing all the memory. All 16 gigs.
16 gig.
Cache size is good.
Processor speed, 3.5 gigahertz.
For now.
Yeah.
Look, it's even got a built-in overclocker. Whew. This is exciting. All right. Did you find the code there?
No, I'm still looking. So.
Okay. Okay. Tell you what, we're going to go ahead and stop for here, break it down, and get ready to start putting it in the case.